Chalgrove again, and today guys, I'm here in another top 5 video guys, and this top 5 video is to my top 5 servant the top 5 class of servant if I was in the Holy Grail War, I would be summoned as, or short it, class of servant. I feel like the 5 servant classes in the Fate series, I feel like I'll be summoned more as, well, more likely to be summoned as. So yes, guys, today this top 5 is not gonna be like an ordinary top 5, because when it comes to top 5s on top 10s, you put something you like the most, or you least like, in some way you do like, in some way, or you know, a lot of these things. Or if you do have like the worst ones, you might do the least hated anime at the bottom, and then the most hated anime at the top, or you know, stuff like that. But when it comes to the top 10, this top 5 I'm doing is that I'm not judging this by my favorite class of servant. I'm judging this from my own personal, not just my own personal experience, but also my own, pretty much my personality, my own negatives, my own positives. I'm basing this from my own perspective of what kind of class of servant I'll be summoned as. You might find out that it might be a class you might think I actually hate. And possibly you might be right, but possibly you might be wrong. I cannot tell you that. But today, guys, this top 5 is going to be on servant, the class of servant I would be summoned as. So anybody doesn't know, I like the Fate series. I'm a big fan of the Fate series. It's my favorite anime, if you guys don't know. Favorite anime series. I played the visual novel already, which I'm glad I did. I played Fate Extra. I played Fate Hollow Externally. I need to play Fate Extra, but as the anime is coming out, I can't wait for the fucking anime. And also, I have watched pretty much all the animes that are out so far for any of the Fate series, even Fate Prototype, which, yeah, it's alright. Make it a series, I'd say. If it was a series and not just like that weird mashed up episode, I would have liked it a lot. And also, I've watched Carnival Phantom as well. But yes, this top 5 is going to be on servants. I believe I would be summoned as, based on my own stats, in a way, my stats, personality, the type of weapons I like, my combat ability, my flexibility, you know, pretty much what you guys know, but guys already know about me, plus also I know about myself. This is going to be judged on what kind of class of servant I would be. And number 1 is, of course, going to either be the most likable servant I will be summoned as. So if the Holy Grail War was real, and I will in some way, maybe in the future, maybe sometime back in the past, you don't know, I become a hero. I become an ancient hero, which I'll become so famous, I'll be summoned, of course, as a class servant. But what I'll be famous for is depending on what kind of class of servant I will be known as. So if I was a knight, the 2 classes are more I'll be summoned as, unless I'm berserked, I'll become berserker. But or if I'm more famous for riding, I'll be a rider. But majority of the knight classes are saber, lancer, archer, and then if I use magic and stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go to my top 5, which servant class I believe I'll be summoned as. So let's get into it. Number 5. The number 5 spot, I would have to give myself Berserker. Yes, guys. The reason I believe why, out of a few servants, why I might be summoned as a Berserker is because of my anger. Yeah. If you guys need to know, I think I talked about this quite, but I have a terrible anger. Literally. And I really disrespect myself. I really hate my anger. I really hate my anger because I will do things I really don't want to do when I'm angry. Yes. I will freaking hurt people. I will freaking go and do. I will, if you will give me a chance, if you provoke me, and I was in my anger state, I will freaking do it. There are some people I think you're watching now who actually know me in real life. They should know already. I will do something. If I'm pissed off, I will do something that I really don't want to do. But that's the reason, and that means, of course, me being a berserker, I don't really like being, I like a character as a berserker, I like character as a berserker, but really as a class, I'm not a big fan of berserker. But I cannot deny, when it comes to my personality and everything, I'm not a big fan. Unfortunately, I have high potential of becoming a berserker if I was summoned as a servant. Because I'm so easily enraged, in anger. I could lose myself in insanity and do something crazy. And of course, with my combat ability and my flexibility and stuff, I have potential of becoming a berserker in a flexibility status. So that's why for me, I believe number 5, when it comes to me summoned as a servant, I would say berserker. Number 4, I would have to say archer. Even though Hero Emmy Archer and Gilgamesh are my top 2 favorite servants, I have to. The reason why I don't believe I will be, reason why maybe why I won't be able to be an archer fully is because archers are mostly known for, of course, bows and arrows. But when it came to Gilgamesh and freaking Archer, or Hero Emia, even though Shiro Emia / Hero Emia doesn't use a bow, both Gilgamesh and Hero Emia both use swords. They both use swords, which I felt like strange. They're both archers and use swords. The only thing the archer are really about, majority of the time, is that they're both able to shoot their swords. And when it comes to me, I really like shooting swords. I would freaking, if I could have that capability of pulling that off, I would fucking do that. But that's what I mean is that when it comes to me as a comes to fighting, archer is not my greatest skill. It's not my greatest skill, but in the swords side of the archer status, which I'm surprising someone who mostly known for swords can be called an archer, which looks like it's possible, then the reason why I put myself as an archer is because I would be willing to throw and make and actually hit and also I'm pretty good at darts actually. Pretty good at darts, so I could be quite good with my accuracy when it comes to throwing things, and yeah. But of course, the reason that's only like a possibility, like Berserker, like I said, when it comes to my anger, it's just because of my anger, it's my personality trait. But really, in combat style, I don't believe I can be Berserker completely. But that's just my anger. That's why Berserker is lower than Archer, because I actually had shown my capabilities of becoming a when it comes to these classes. But Archer, possibility, but like I said, not great knowing, but our possibility. So number 4 for me would be the Archer class servant. Number 3 for me, guys, I would have to say Assassin. Why I believe Assassin would be my number 3 choice is because when it comes to me and my battle tactics, I cannot deny, I really like sneak attacks. I like to be blend the shadows. I really like to attack my opponent without them knowing. And I would use of course I will I'm willing to use smaller weapons when it comes to using a fighting style technique. And I'll be willing, and I know I'm not that strong when it comes as a fighter. I'm not that strong when it comes to my fighting capabilities. But even from that, even though I'm not as great at fighting, and of course Assassin's not great for its fighting capability, their flexibility and their movements when it comes to weaponry are. I would be good as an assassin because I actually have trained myself how to fight in somewhat. I have not fully actually have not faced anybody yet at all my entire life I can use it on, so I could not say I actually fully mastered it or not. But I have trained myself at the fight, hand-to-hand combat. So, and plus I am a dancer, and assassins you cannot deny they're very flexible. They're very dancer-like. And when it comes to my capabilities and my sneak attacks and hiding in the shadows, a lot of myself will be a assassin. And this shows you that including assassin, these three classes I'm mentioning, I have a very high potential of becoming an assassin. Yeah, I would be summoned as an assassin if that would be the case. So for me, number 3 would be assassin. Now then, number 2. Number 2, guys, for me, what servant I'll be summoned at, more likely as, I would say Saber class servant. The main reason why I believe I'll be summoned more as a Saber class servant is because of my fighting style. You are always guaranteed to see me holding a fucking sword. 2 blades maybe, but when it comes to weaponry, I will always choose swords. I really like swords. And I have, majority of the fighting things I had trained myself in was mostly swordsmanship. Yes. The reason behind me when it comes to I will become a now because my physical strength won't be there for what you would expect for Saber class servants. I cannot deny that. But I have a lot of the other capabilities that a Saber class servant can have. And actually, there's a possibility that an assassin, someone famous for an assassin, could also be classified as a Saber as well, because of their well-known very quite known swordsmanship. So, and it comes to me, I really like swords. I'm not too bad. I actually, in a way, I actually have proven myself how I can defend myself with a sword-based kind of weapon, even though it's not really a sword. But I have proven that people actually, so we had play fighting, but actually we had it in a way that actually made it look like we could get fucking injured. So I actually have proven to myself swordsmanship, my best style comes to that, and it comes to my fighting style, swordsmanship. And my speed, my capability, and my honourship. My cliche British person here, but I really like knights, and I have a knight's honour when it comes to my fighting style. So yeah, but also I'm a samurai to it as well because I like the Japanese swordsmanship. It's I like katanas attack. So yeah, so for me, number 2 of a summon I'll be summoned mostly as, I would say, Saber. Now then, number 1, guys. Which servant would I be summoned as in the fate if I was summoned at the Holy Grail War? What servant would I be summoned? Most likely going to be summoned out of all the servant class servants. Number 1 would be Avenger. For anybody who has not played the visual novel of the Fate series, you now have to leave. I know more likely people who are watching this now have at least watched the Fate series anime. But Avenger is a class of servant that so far you can only hear about this class of servant if you ever played the visual novel. And the only time you might know about Avenger class servant is when Heaven's Feel comes out. So if you really want to know about this, you have to wait until Heaven's Feel the movie comes out, which comes out next summer. Next year's summer. I believe it's next year's summer. Yeah, it's next year's summer, guys. So you got a long wait. So As what I say, I'm just going to tell you guys, number one will be me, Avenger, but I cannot go into the details why I'll be Avenger, because it might lead to the spoiled areas of who Avenger is in some way. But Avenger is a servant that only comes up in the Heaven's Field route. We don't see him in physical form. And also, he's a character more known in Fate Hollow Externia. He is more known in Fate Hollow Externia. So if you've never played the visual novels or play any other games of the Fate series, you only watch the anime, I'm just saying now, just stop. Just stop now, leave, and just knowing that I would choose Avenger as my cast servant. So yeah, so I'll wait until you guys leave. People who have not played the games of the Fate series. Any of the games where Avenger comes in. So I'll wait for 10 seconds. Okay, I hope everybody who has not played the video games or any games of the Fate series have left. So guys, why would I put Avenger number one of a servant I will be summoned as? Well, unless you'll be spoiled, of course, if you're still here, but if you played the games, and the main visual novel, you would find out who Avenger is. And we find out that Avenger ends up being, of course, a void servant. It doesn't have a proper form. So, to get a proper form, it needs to possess someone. He needs to possess someone. In Heaven's Field, it was originally going to be Sakura. Of course, she's able to get out of it and survive and becomes a normal person, her normal self again. But in Fate Hollow Externia, that's not the case when it comes to Shiro Emiya. God damn it, how many servants will Shiro become? Yes, Shiro becomes he becomes Avenger, as you guys should know. But one key aspect when you become an Avenger, is that you've got vengeance inside you. You have darkness within you. You have a deep darkness within you. You accepted it, and you also know that when it comes to your fighting style, you would do it more like out of vengeance and more out of pretty much the joy of killing people. My personal state, with my honest state, I will kill bad people. I would like that. I would actually like killing bad people. Oh god. Avenger. Main reason why I put myself as an Avenger is because I told you guys I got bullied. Like, everybody has got bullied. I know that. Everybody's got bullied. But with someone with autism, my problem, I cannot deny I actually took it too much to heart. And because of that, I took it too much to heart. I have, in some ways, suffered a lot. And emotionally wise, I suffered a lot. Really, in reality, it's not that bad. It was not actually that bad. It was not actually that bad looking. But emotionally, for me, it was torture. And I cannot deny, I freaking wanted to go and kill those people who have been bullying me. Because in my mind, I see them as bad people. And when it comes to me, like I said, I would love to kill bad people if I have the chance to. And I would be arrested for it. I would be willing to kill these bad people off. The main reason is just because I cannot deny I have such a dark heart. I cannot deny. And actually, if I ask for myself, I would be more of an anti-hero, because I don't want to be an evil person. I definitely don't want to be an evil person. But I cannot deny I would use evil tactics to bring forth good. So it comes to me, I would put myself, I'll be an anti-hero, and because being an anti-hero, I'll be pretty much one of the evil class-based servants, and of course Avenger being one of the evil class servants. And I cannot deny, I would have a very powerful vengeance for people who've been cursing me and everything. Yeah. And past like I go to battle, I would do it out of vengeance. I would not go there fully willingly. The majority of the time I'll go fight, vengeance is not a good thing. When it comes to me, I don't want to go out battle because of vengeance. I would. And yes, as you can tell, what mostly I might be summoned for, I'll be summoned as more the unknown servant. I'll be the servant that no one expected to be summoned. I'll be that kind of servant. Because I don't believe I will have the potential of being one of the proper 7 servants. Because I'll be, first, an anti-hero. Not many people will try to summon an anti-hero. Unless it's a very, very popular anti-hero. But because of me summoned, again, if I was summoned as a servant, the reason why I believe I will be summoned as a Avenger, and why I will not be an unexpected servant to be summoned, is because it comes to my personality, the way I think. The only thing I have found with people in common is just the hobbies, and that's it. I have not really found, I never really believe there's anybody out there that, except for hobbies, that I can have a lot of similarities with. Only hobbies. It's the only hobbies I have a similarity with, but that's it. Anything else? No. And when it comes to summoning a servant, a lot of time when you summon servants, they judge them based on the master. Yes. And when it comes to summoning that specific servant, they need to be very famous for, or the majority for that specific class, or they're going to be summoned for. But, like I said, I'll be summoned more as Avenger. Now, Avenger being, unfortunately, most likely I might end up being my main class, and they already know that they were planning to summon me, but they noticed there have been other servants that will be better suited for the class, even though they chose me as a servant. That means if they want to have all 7 proper classes, but still want me as a servant because they know I'll be more capable as a servant than some other servants they chose, is because they know I'm more of an Avenger than I am with Saber, Archer, Berserker, and also Caster, Lancer, and Assassin. And Rider as well. The reason why, in my personal opinion, I want to be summoned as a Beast, Savior. Also, I also remember correct, Ruler was one of them. Yeah, Ruler is one of them as well. And that's it, really. All the classes I so far know from the top of my mind and my head slash head, I can think of. The reason why I won't be any of the other, why I'm more likely, the most likely why I'll be summoned as a Avenger, is because I'm more likely to be not as a well-known hero. Plus, also the deep connection someone's going to have, relate like how much similarities you're going to have to all the similarities you're going to have. It's going to be hard to find. So, for me personally, the servant I believe I'll be summoned mostly as would be Avenger. And that's it, guys. So for me, number 1, the class 7 I'll be summoned as be Avenger. So guys, that's my top 5. So the class of 7 I would have most likely be summoned as if I was part of the Holy Grail War and summoned as a servant. So guys, I hope you guys like it. Become channel fans today. If you guys want to send them out, questions down below. My address is there, and yeah, hope you guys like it. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys!